Hi guys, Kayong here. Welcome to another daily watch list outlook. Alright, before we go into today's chart, I would like to do a quick review of what's happened yesterday. Right, so yesterday was pretty quiet day in terms of the events calendar, right? And the key focus is actually on FOMC, right? So let's go over to Forex Live to give you a quick outlook of an update and summary of what happened. Basically, for yesterday FOMC, if you go and read to the meeting minutes, all right, overall it's more towards bullish, slightly bullish and hawkish tone. Simply means our dollar might still strengthen going into December because the rate hike is still on the table. Right, so what we are seeing right now, the current sentiment for the dollar is that look for opportunities to buy into it for any weakness. All right, it's more of a retracement for the dollar. That's what we believe in. All right, and if you look into today's session, the Asian session, nothing much is happening as well. So basically, uh, overall, okay, in terms of the market right now, nothing much has been changed. So the only thing that you need to take note of again today is a pretty quiet day in terms of events calendar, all right? And the only thing that you need to take note of if you're trading the oil market is the crude oil inventories, all right? And of course, this correlate with your Canadian as well. Alright, so that's about it for today in terms of what you need to take note of. Let's go over to the chart to do some review as of what's happened and some of the levels that we identified yesterday. So euro dollar, nothing much has been moving. Yesterday it was pretty quiet day over here. Right now, today, the level still remains around this level. Alright, at the previous structure with Fibonacci 50%, it's at 1.11. Right, yesterday the low price actually tested the 1.1 psychological level, and what we are seeing right now over here at the bottom is that we do have a divergence forming, alright, but we haven't seen a significant double bottom yet. Alright, so right now nothing much in terms of a counter trend setup, but if price rally back up towards this level at 1.11, I'll be looking for a shorting opportunity. Right, we are still skipping the pounds. So for dollar yen, right, interesting part is we are seeing a double top over here with divergence, alright, and this neckline has been broken. So you need to take note that overall dollar sentiment is still strong. So this downward move was due to this morning, alright, due to yen strengthening. So of course, it's still in a very early stage, but for those who are trading into counter trend, you can look for a 61.8 retracement after this double top has formed around at 104.20. Right, I won't be looking at this as of now because it's still a very early stage. Price can still continue moving lower. Alright, so I'm just keeping this on my radar, but I'm not actively looking out for it. Australian dollar. Yesterday we identified this. Yesterday we identified this key level at 61.8. All right, price came in and did a good touch on it, and some of you entered into a position, and I told you that the sentiment on Aussie was pretty strong, and we can see that after a few candles or a few hours, price hasn't really dipped. All right, and I told you guys to actually what I'm doing is I'm going to exit this trade with a break even. All right, but if you look at this, the result, the outcome of it is a positive one. All right, so I would like to just take this as an educational sharing as well, that these things happens in the market. All right, because if your analysis tells you that you better get out instead of risking that amount of pips in terms of stop loss, do stick to your plan, alright? But all these things do happen, alright? Sometimes they roll over to profit, sometimes they get stop out, and you protected yourself from another loss, etc. So it's something that you need to understand your individual profile, your individual style as well. Are you okay with that kind of risk, alright? So what we are doing here over here is to share with you how we approach and manage based on our style, alright? But we also like to be very open in telling you that it's not the best if it doesn't suit your individual profile. All right, so you need to be understanding how you function as a trader in order to profit. All right, so those who actually stuck to this trade and haven't exit is a good trade. All right, but basically this downward move was due to dollar strengthening, all right, which you can see in all other pairs as well. Kiwi dollar, we are seeing some form of bottoming. Similar, we have a divergence. So the level that we're looking out for is at 0.7120. It's a simple structure retracement trade. For dollar Canadian, we have a pattern forming up at 127 extension. If you look previous, we have a structure as well. So this level is at 1.3305. So this is a counter trend because you can see on H1 overall, price has been moving higher. Alright, but we do expect that some price will experience some form of resistance over here. Whether it's going to turn or not, we never know. So look out for price action. Again, this is dollar Canadian. So if you're trading this, take note of the crude oil inventories coming in during the US session. Euro yen is something that's interesting because this didn't happen when I did the analysis during the Asian session. Alright, so we didn't send it out. But I would like to walk you through the review of this trade itself, alright? Because it's a huge amount of profits that we've taken. Based on this, alright, you can see it falls, alright. We identified this level, right? But I didn't blast out this double bottom over here. But we identified this level, so at least those who have monitored the market and taken this, you at least gotten this direction right, and it's huge amount of profits right now, alright. But before that, I would like to share that price make a dip, right? We do expect that price retrace up here. Then the next thought process is, can we take opportunity of that? And what we identify over here, we have a divergence. RSI prints a higher low, but price prints a double bottom. And this double bottom is significant in a way because if you look left, alright, if I just drop in a horizontal line, you can see that this double bottom occurs at a previous very strong structure level. Right, and that gives us the confidence that, okay, let's just take this trade, taking a counter trend in expectation that it goes up towards the previous structure high here. Sorry, previous structure low. Right, and if you have captured that, alright, based on the candle price action you entered over here, when you have a bullish confirmation of it, you should have captured about 70 pips. And if it comes up here, right, what we do is when it enters the zone, we go into a 15-minute. You can see this candle, a pin bar small rejection. We entered right after that candle close with the stops above. It's about 25 to 20 pips, and right now you are riding on 75 pips as well. Alright, and of course your target can go all the way towards the bottom over here around the 114.1, right, and that would have given you a close to 90 pips profit. Okay, so as of now, nothing much is happening on this pair. Alright, most of the setups has been played out. Just like to share a view on the trade review and how we engage the market. Alright, so as of now, nothing much on euro dollar, just keep an eye on it. For Aussie Canadian, alright, this one also share with you a review. Let me just clear off the charts. Yesterday we shared that we entered on this 61.8 retracement. Alright, and of course because of our tight stops, alright, because I'm more of going for the risk reward, so all my stop loss are pretty tight. So I'm actually out of this trade, getting a stop out, small stop out of this, and after that you can see price roll over, right? So for those who are conservative and follow the rules, and in terms of this strategy that we share with you, normally you enter at 61.8, your stop loss is above the previous structure high, above 100% Fibonacci. So it's very safe because price never really even tests it. Okay, so if you have followed that conventional way of this strategy, alright, the less aggressive, the more conservative style, you would have still stick to this trade and you're still running in profit, right? So for me, I've been stop out. I don't really chase price, so I won't be entering, even after this happened. But what I'm looking out for right now is that I'm looking for a retracement over here at 61.8. This morning price tested it, but again, I'm not trading unless it's in the UK and US session, alright? So definitely we're gonna miss trades like this. So just keep an eye. Again, this is not a significant level. I'm just looking out for opportunities to do a quick trade in and then get out of it. Alright, so this is not an opportunity for you guys. Aussie Kiwi, similar as of yesterday, what we analyzed, structure level over here still have a confluence of 61.8 Fibonacci at 1.0640. So price did make a dip. Alright, so if it continues further downwards about 35 pips, we might go into the zone and look for an opportunity to long this. Euro Aussie, yesterday I shared in the video, right, why I actually do not like that trade, and you can see that price did make a further dip before eventually coming up. Alright, so right now the level that we're looking at is at 61.8 around here, 1.4668, 1.4670. Price haven't really tested. Okay, but we do see some form of rejection over here as well. Alright, this 61.8 retracement is a very simple because it broke the trend line, the minor trend line. So I'm waiting for a retracement back up before taking a shot. Alright, so whether price will come back and test this zone, we never know. Alright, so what you just need to do is keep an eye on it. Euro Canadian, what we have is we have a divergence happening over here. So it's not a significant one in a way because it's not forming a double bottom as of now. So what I'm looking out for is at this level at Fibonacci 88. Alright, we have an advanced price pattern for those who would like. Take note of this and practice, see if you can identify the pattern. So this level is at 1.4690. Looking for a short opportunity if price comes back up towards this level. New Zealand Canadian, pretty much similar to yesterday. Nothing much has changed. We are looking for price to retrace back towards this structure at 61.8 is at 0.9445. Alright, so that's about 70 pips. It might happen today, it might not. Alright, so I'm just keeping an eye on this. So that's it for today. It's a longer video simply because I decided to share with you some of the trade reviews, some of the process, and yesterday was pretty active in the market. Alright, so I'll just take this opportunity to share more with you guys. And if you like this video, alright, do like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll talk to you soon in tomorrow's session.